All right. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. Grab that cup of coffee, walk your dog. For the people on the West Coast, this will be right in your queue for when you wake up. It is Saturday morning. We have a full slate. So this is the last one before we have the teas next weekend with like week 0. And then from Saturdays on until fucking April. It is a good time to be a sports bettor. It is a good time to be live. And we can almost say we've officially almost made it through just the baseball only. We got all the soccer leagues kicking back up. We got the most important one kicking back up today. So we'll definitely get into that. But thank you to everybody tuning in bright and early in the morning. As usual, what's up, Chris? What's up, Casual? What's up, Robert? Robert was chilling in the waiting room waiting for us to get in here. We love that dedication. It's the perfect time to be tapping in with Daily Bread. As usual, we need you guys in the comments letting us know what you're betting. Let us know any questions you have. You guys make the show. I like to say that. We are on episode 58, Sosa, almost at big number 60. Who you? Commenter of the Daily Bread Show so far. He's winning the title. So if anyone's trying to come at the crown, you better not miss with who you. But Sosa, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great. It was a good day yesterday. I gave away some free picks on my Instagram yesterday, and a couple of them shits bombed. I'm not gonna see. I hold myself accountable. A couple of them joints bombed. I have to say, I had the Boston game going over. That was 3-0. That was way off. I had the team total over for the. I had the team total over for the Dodgers. That didn't hit. That was bad. I had the Rays money line, bruh. How you come all the way back to lose like that? Like, all right, that's me making excuses. They just didn't go. They just didn't happen, man. The humans didn't do what I needed them to do. And you already know Rex from the projects, man. You should have been knew that. Like, nah, I'm just
the projects, yeah, of Northeast Philadelphia. We had a nice day, yes, or I had a nice day with the soccer play. Then the Phillies cashing out late. And then lastly, yep, the Astros right in the middle. Glad you grabbed that one. But yeah, they had 12 in the first 5 innings. So that one was a no sweater. But let's stop talking about yesterday. Let's talk about today because we got some Premier League matches. I always like to say kicking off. You can say whatever. That's going to be in a little bit. So let's run through that slate real quickly here. 10 a.m. So 45 minutes to least kickoff. You got Norwich City going to Manchester City. I am just staying away from that because I'm not a person to lay 2.5 or try to put a minus 850 in a money line. And I'm not rushing to the books to be back in Norwich City on the plus 2.5. We saw what they did at home when they hosted your poolside last weekend. Got drubbed there. City after picking up a fat L to Tottenham, not looking like they're going to get Harry Kane anymore. The 3.5, I would just try to bet that live like usual. But for this match, no strong feelings. So you got any thoughts on that one, or should we go to the next one? All right, let's go to Everton versus Leeds. I don't know, man. You had your Sterling to anytime goal scorer prop. I know you might have one of those, so it's usually a hidden gem when you throw those out.
I might have something for that, but I'm like I said, this is again, man. This is the swimming. This is the swimming lessons. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn how to swim. So that's why, like I said, that's when it comes to soccer, we listen to Rex. I shut the fuck up and listen. So that's all I'm doing right now. Gonna shut up and listen.
Yes, sir. Good morning to everybody as well. If you got any soccer questions, you can start throwing the baseball questions or your picks in there. We'll always show your comments on the plays. I'll make sure to get to them when we get off here. But where we do have action in the 10 a.m. Matchup is, we said this before about a play, if it's like a hook, line, sinker play, but when you get a Leeds total sitting at 2.5 with a minus 125, and where Leeds, we talked about this yesterday. It's why we took that over in the Bundesliga. When teams play that one certain style, and you can always rely on that no matter what. You saw Leeds still going for it when they were down 5-1, 4-1, and that's why they still ended up conceding. Everton, they pulled out a gritty win last weekend. I know you cashed on that one. So that's where with those two going up against each other, both teams are definitely going to be scoring in this match. So that's where if I can get the over 2.5 at minus 123, that's where we'll be putting our cash in the early one Leeds matches. That's why it's like the Wolves. Those two teams usually don't sit on 2.5. Wolves, they go lower. They're a 2-match. Leeds, they're usually a 3-match. I just think it's potentially for them playing Everton. But when you have DLC, Richarlison, all those guys up top that can take care of Leeds United defense, I just think the over 2.5 at minus 123 could be a little too low, and I don't know why it's sitting at that price. So that's why we're going to be jumping on that.
Let's get it.
Brentford.
This is Rex this morning. It's Christmas morning for this guy. He even has his Christmas mug, if you haven't noticed.
It's a cup of cheer. It's the Serie. This is just like it's like trying to hold back my excitement to go through that one. But Brentford versus Crystal Palace. Sosa, I know you have a lean on this one. We got a low total here, 2.25. So it always seems to be a good time to be backing a team on the Asian handicap because you can get the push at worst if they draw. So that's where Brentford, they just showed up. Arsenal, was it first game up? You had all that adrenaline, big game energy, potential letdown spot. Palace did what Palace usually does in matches, just doesn't look ultra convincing. So that's kind of where you would think that the public is going to be all over Brentford here to pull out a point at least, just because given how these two teams started, I think these two teams could potentially be fighting for one of the last relegation spots, given how these are. So this is a big 6-point match here. From my perspective, I'm not dying to be back in Palace or Brentford here. So I know that you potentially might be playing something in this one, but this just isn't my cup of tea for this match.
I like Crystal. I see so many people so heavy on them that, listen, just secure yourself. Do the draw no bet, minus 120. Safe look. They win, you win. They don't, you salvage your money back. Don't go head first into a brick wall. That's all I have to say in regards to this match. Like you basically stated everything that needed to be said in regards to how both teams approached the game and in regards to last week. I know it's not like in most sports, you don't take too much stock into a different opponent from a week before, but there's so many emotional things attached to these teams, especially with fans being back in their buildings. I think that, a lot of people, unless they have expertise like you or a couple of other people that we know, kind of just pick your spots, like you said.
Yep. So one last thing, if I had to pick a side in the Everton versus Leeds match, I definitely would lean Everton on the plus 0.25 at minus 103, but that's not official. We're just rocking with the over 2.5 there. And then my second play in the Premier League, this is tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. There's a very, very strong chance that we will not be live tomorrow morning before 9 a.m. So we're going to be locking in the United Southampton over 2.75. So you can play the 2.5. That's going to be a little bit juicier there. I like the 2.75 because I can get that right at a minus 106 price. Road team here with Southampton, they don't really have the strongest attack, so United could just come through and get the total by themselves once again. But this is where with United on the road, they're one of the stronger sides last season on the road, probably because there's no fans. So that's definitely something to be taking into account, because a minus 160 against a weaker Southampton side, sure, that does make sense, but it's the first team game back at home. You can get a +1 on Southampton. I'm not trying to bet that, but that kind of seems a little fishy. I think that's going to be your capper's favorite play tomorrow if they play a money line straight. But I'm just going to be rocking the over here. United shows up on the road and usually bags some goals, so we'll take the over 2.75 there to wrap up the Premier League card. And then we'll talk about Chelsea, Arsenal tomorrow when we are live.
You can't get 2.75 on FanDuel. You can get it on BetMGM and you can get it on Bet365 for count up. Those books I'm fully sure of. I don't have to comment on.
Yep. So the way I would do that is I'm like risking 1 unit, or I'm risking to win 1 unit here. If you have that 2.5 and it's like a minus 135 or minus 140, just risk a unit. You'll win like 0.7 instead, but that'll limit your losses. So that's the way I would do it.
All right.
What's up, Sparks?
What it do? What it do? Good morning, my guy.
What do I think of a Dortmund plus Barcelona money line for plus 200? We had that same question last week with the Chelsea and Liverpool money line for not around the same price, but
That
if
was much.
that's something you
much
like,
worse.
go for it, man. I won't talk you off. I mean, it's two favorites. Barcelona, they look to have a little bit of a injury right now, but I mean, they should still take care of business. I just believe they're on the road, which is the only concerning thing. And then Dortmund, they showed up strong the first week. They're going to be on the road this week, so I don't think it should be any issues there. I just won't personally be playing it because I try to avoid parlaying favorites like that. But last week's submission that we got ended up cashing. So if you want to rock with it, go with it, man.
Yeah, it's not a bad bet at all. I mean, anytime you have heavy favorites, at least it's for plus money.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if you're gonna do that, and especially since you got it to plus 200 as well,
That's a good
that's
bet.
a nice look there.
It's a good bet.
All right, let's get into Christmas morning time. I'll wrap it up sure as quick as I can so it can give me the staring look if I start going too long before we get into the MLB slate today.
You're good. You're good. Don't even trip.
But as you can tell, we got the Inter Milan kit on. They're plus 350 to win the league again. Sure, they've sold basically everyone. Lukaku's out, Hakimi's out, but they did bring in some nice pieces there. Inzaghi's the new coach. And the reason why I just want to give like a quick little season preview / recap, if you've been on their rock, is it's going to be a lot of fire and a lot of emotion because this is a wide open title for this season. Juventus is bringing back their old coach to try to bring back the glory days before he left, and then they slowly started to decline there. They're minus 120 to win the league. I don't usually like laying minus prices on a team to win the league at the beginning because you could potentially, with especially minus 120, one or two bad results that could flip. Inter at plus 350, that's a little bit tempting, but I'm not going to put money behind my heart on that one. And the biggest thing to watch probably is this Roma side with Mourinho coming back. Is this just going to be past nostalgia where he won the treble with Inter, then left rashly right afterwards? Or Roma brought in some pieces. Dzeko left. They got Tammy Abraham in. That's kind of like your sneaky team to potentially watch this season, but their games fucking suck when you watch Mourinho matches. They're so slow and boring. So that's kind of where they're going to grind out the results. And the 1-0 Juventus wins are 100% coming back because when the prior manager was there, that's what happened when they brought in Sarri, when they brought in, I'm blanking on his fucking name. This is terrible. Pirlo last season. That's where the 1-0 started to go away. I'd be very cautious to be backing Juventus's overs this season. Let's see how Angelini's going to be doing there before we start rushing to them because he was the 1-0 Juventus king. And then Sosa, probably the best thing that is back. Sarri is back in Serie. I know Chelsea fans might not hate him, but if you saw him in the Premier League matches, he legitimately has a cigarette bud in his mouth when he's coaching. That's how much of a nicotine fiend he is. So he'll be in Italy. You can smoke in the stadium still. That's one of the craziest things about it. So sorry, he's not smoking on the sidelines, but he'll definitely have that in there. And I don't think he's bringing his espresso friend with him. He literally has a buddy that he got with him and brings him everywhere. And he just walks around and holds a Belletti the entire time that just has espresso in it for him. And the dude just rips cigs and just drinks espresso all day. He runs a thing called Sarri Ball. Him and Immobile, that's probably the biggest thing I'm looking for because Sosa, we talked about this. Mm-hmm. When Immobile is playing for Lazio in light blue, if he's playing at home, he's filthy. When he's playing in dark blue for Italy and he's not playing in the Stadio Olimpico, he's not as good. We saw that he didn't score in the entire Euros when it wasn't in his home stadium. So that's just kind of where new complete style that them and Lazio and Roma, funny enough, the two Rome clubs are going to be going over the biggest like overhauls and style changes. So that's kind of where that's what I would be looking for as a season overall. But I do have one player's future I want to get into.
Let's get it.
So he's like everyone else in Europe or so. All right, Chris, that was a good one there.
Hey, man,
I know that's where it's
No.
funny, but let's get into who I like to win this one here. And for the Capo Capiniere, which is the Golden Boot, we're going to be backing. There's two guys that I like to back here. Lautaro Martinez, that's a little bit of my homer pick, plus 850 with Lukaku out. He'll be the top guy up top. Dzeko sure is coming in there. He might steal some. The biggest thing you need to key in is when you're backing a goal scorer for the league is if he's going to be taking the PKs. You have Ronaldo at plus 225, but the biggest thing that I think that they'll be seeing in Juventus and what makes Juventus play well is when Diablo is actually doing shit on the field and just not being hurt or just not being utilized correctly. So I think he'll be back in there. I think that's going to take from Ronaldo.
Dybala.
What's about Dybala?
Oh, that's who you were talking about, right?
No, I'm talking about Lautaro Martinez. I'm saying Diablo is probably going to take away from Ronaldo's chances at plus 225. Sure. So that's just kind of where I think if Juventus wins the league, it's going to be that 2 minutes.
Couple minutes. So don't worry.
Lautaro plus 850 and then Victor Osimhen plus 1200. Those are my two plays I've got locked in there. Victor Osimhen is on Napoli. He was just fire when he came in. Transfer last season, adjusted to the league from Ligue 1. Those are the two futures. And then my one play for today, I will not be backing Inter, even though I want to. No, they're just a big favorite. I make fun of people for doing that, so I can't. We're going to be backing Sassuolo on the pick. They're traveling to Hellas Veronas, or Greece, if you want to call it, because that's what that fucking means. It's literally right next to Greece. It's on the pick. So the draw double chances, or not the draw double chance, the pick, draw no bet. You can get that at minus, I believe it's 110 that I locked it in at earlier. I'm just getting the exact price for you right now. Goose, I have no idea what you put. It's all coming up in blurs. But yeah, minus 110. And then we'll get into MLB right now. 17-minute soccer episode. My bad, but that's Saturday mornings. That's what's going to happen because you have so many games today, and I didn't even get through half of the other leagues.
Oh man, listen, this is why I show up for what helps me with what I'm not good at. That's why people should tune in, right? They tune in because they get information they wouldn't already know, and that's why I'm here too. I'm always here to learn, like I said, in regards to the soccer, football. You know what I'm saying? It's important. There's a lot of money and there's a lot of winnable bets.
All right, I'm glad that we got the other people agreeing exactly with you. Sosa looks like he just froze, or I froze. Man, it looks like he's about to devour that pasta. If someone can get into the comments and let me know if I'm frozen or if it's him. All right, we're going to wait for him to get back. We're getting into, thank you, fellas. I was just trying to make sure I'm not tripping. He'll be right back. Yeah, Sosa's cooked. He's stuck in the Dodge. Make sure you guys all get your good screen grabs right now. Tweet it at him. It's your chance to grill him. Oh, shit, now it's my big-ass face. Yo, Sosa, stop commenting and get back in here. No one wants to see my big-ass ugly mug. All right, MLB. We'll be loading this up here. Like we said, the Phils came. Here he is.
The fuck was that?
Bro, I didn't know if it was me at first, and then just the way you froze with the pasta. Yeah, a lot of people told me they took screen grabs, so you're going to get a lot of shit in your comments with probably stuff. No, I'm just fucking with you.
9:38.
Where are we starting today? I didn't get to anything. I stalled that whole time.
Man, we going right back to them Yankees, man. I told y'all they're balling right now. Early 1 o'clock game, get your money, get your team total. This is what they do. They beat the shit out the Twins, and like I said yesterday, they're not just beating bad teams. The last thing you wanted to do was put a bad team in front of the Yankees after they just beat two good teams. They're rolling. I said it yesterday was a roll spot. It's the same thing. They're going to continue to play good baseball. Garrett Cole on the mound against a weak ass Minnesota team. That's funny. But yeah, that's the first play I like. Yankees
Yes,
team.
and we know we said this yesterday. When the fucking Twins play the Yankees, it never ends well for the Twins. I know Chris was going to be coming up in here as a Minnesota native.
At least he's not partial. You know what I mean? He knows. They stink. Got Kenta Maeda on the hill. I'm not a big Maeda guy anymore. He don't wear a Dodger uniform. So yeah.
Last 3 starts, all 3 of them have gone over. Road ERA 5.91, 9-4 to the over in his road starts, 13-7 overall. Can't knock that play there.
Yes, sir. And today, I'm making the executive call. I'm going with the Chicago. I'm just kidding.
Phew. I was about to say, man, I'm really not, but
I'm just playing. I'm not going with the Cubs or the White Sox. I'm back on with the Rays. Last night was just a heartbreaker. I think the Rays come out and they handle business today against Dallas Keuchel. Minus 138 is a little bit juiced on the money line. I like them first 5 as well. First 5 money line should be a little. You should get a better price at that. No, first half run line at minus half a run is at minus 105. That's the play.
So with that match, I know Patino was one of the guys that, not that we like to fade, but we always question his starts. But when you look into it more, 2.04 ERA at home. Sure, it's only 17 innings and 4 starts. Right. But when you have a 5.09 ERA overall, obviously he likes pitching in the crib there. I'm just trying to pull up something. Yeah, the Rays, they're 27-21 against lefties so far. So that's probably why you have that minus price right there.
Absolutely. And also we're right back on with the Rockies again. You already know that.
You nailed that yesterday.
Come on, that's what they do, man. They handle business at the crib. Playing a bad team. Arizona forgets how to play baseball on the road. That's a roll spot. Colorado minus 1.5. If you want to go minus 2.5 and hit take their team total as well, that's a nice double up, bro. No bullshit. That's a great double up. I'm actually looking for that right now. The team total for them is at over 6 plus 106. Lock it in. Gallon's about to get smacked around. Plus 106 on the team total over 6. And the run line at minus 1.5 is at plus 116. I love both bets.
Yeah, you nailed it with fading the guy after his first start, and look what happened to him there, especially at Coors. And then we've rattled off the Cubs stats at home so many times, just refresh an old episode about how they're plus 20 units at home.
The Rockies are absolutely insane at home. So yeah, that's my easiest call.
We gotta get to this. Always gotta get to the Spin Doctor as usual. Make sure you be following the Spin Doctor. We've had him on our show twice. The K-Prop Machine. Always love to be looking at his stuff here. But Zach Thompson under 4.5 potential lean. Definitely be checking out his Twitter to see if he's locking it in.
Okay, now the Dodgers. You already know what I'm on the Dodgers again. They burnt me last night, so unlike others, I like playing with fire, and I'm going to go right back to it.
Rich Hill coming back home, though.
Hey, man, listen, baseball requires money, bankroll management, and a decent-sized bankroll to go the whole season. All right? You might have some 1-800-GAMBLER problems if you weren't prepared to scale down your units after the All-Star break and then pick them up right about now when the cream starts to rise to the top, and it's a little easier to kind of like see where the dominant teams lie. Like right around now is when you get your best results, and in the playoffs, if you're a good handicapper, you should be able to dominate the playoffs for baseball. That's just my honest opinion. Baseball playoffs become exceedingly easier in my opinion. So I like the I'm going right back with the Dodgers. I'm going with Trey Turner's total bases again. He's looking good. Come on, man. It's Rich Hill. I don't care what uniform he has on. I don't care if he wears a uniform I don't care if he plays for the Rays, the Blue Jays, unless he plays for the Dodgers. Nah, Rich Hill, fade that man. It's Saturday. I don't care if he had a decent start last start. Come on, man. It's the Dodgers lineup. We're rolling. We're now two and a half out the race. with about 30, I think it's 38 games to go. We made up a game last night with Oakland. And also, you already know, that brings me to my next guy. Come on, man. Give it up for the brother. One time. Starling Marte, man. What he's been doing since he got to Oakland has been absolutely insane. I don't think it's getting enough credit. He's hitting like 400. He's gotten on base more than any player in baseball since he's been traded to the Oakland A's, and he's cashed a stolen base prop in 9 of his last 12. And the cheapest price on any of those that you've gotten is plus 250. The man is he's a money printing machine. Did he get a stolen base? Do big girls like cupcakes? Of course he got a stolen base last night. And so did Merrifield. Easy.
Yes, sir.
Easy. Yes, sir. I mean, listen, Marte was a great pickup, but the Yankees also did a great job picking up I keep talking about it. Clayton Holmes was just an absolute amazing pickup for the Yankees at the deadline, and it's worked out absolutely great for them. So, and also you already know those are now daily bets for me. Starling Marte and Whit Merrifield. If you're not putting some money on them to get a stolen base every single day, then you don't like money. I mean, he has one in half this. He has a stolen base in 48% of the games he's played with the Oakland A's.
And when you're getting a plus 225 price on each one of them, it's just simple math. If you can't put it together, then
fucking day you only need to hit it a 35% clip to profit. And this man's getting a stolen base half the games. Like, I'm not a mathematician, but come on, that's
mathematician.
Right, I'm not that guy, but I'm just saying.
I think it's just mathematician, not mathematician. But let's get into our next plays. English isn't our strong suit either.
Mathematics. Let me see. I
saw a potential spot here. I want to get your thoughts on it. Do we back the Pirates and fade Jay at?
Is that a serious question?
Yes.
I wouldn't bet on the Pirates with your money.
All right, man. I'm just not telling them to win the game. I'm just saying get me some runs in the game because their team total is currently listed at, where is it at? The Pirates is 3.5.
And it's 3.5 for a reason.
All right.
Are they at home? They're not at home, are they?
No.
Fuck no. That is definitely a fuck no.
All right, Chuck, I'm coming out to Kansas City. If this ends up cashing, to collect my money.
This is like when they asked Suge Knight if they knew who killed Tupac, would you tell? Absolutely not. No, I'm not. No, sir. Leave that shit alone.
All right. And then it's obviously Harvey Day. I mean, we haven't been going at it as much. Are we going at it today?
Bro, they're on a 16-game losing streak. Like, 16 games. Just free Cedric Mullins, man. Get that man out of Baltimore, please. My God, you talk about an organization that's just failure.
We hit up the soccer picks earlier today, so scroll back to the beginning, and we'll do a recap at the end of our soccer plays.
Yeah, nah, man. Get Cedric. 16 straight losses on the run line. Jesus Christ. Do we back the O's? Can I back the O's? No, they've lost 16 consecutive games on the run line. If you rolled over the money from winning, you bet $100 and rolled over the money every single bet, you'd be up $1.5 million.
Yeah, but the biggest thing on that, imagine throwing out $750,000 on like a minus 160 yesterday or a minus 150 yesterday, though. That's the other part of it is like, sure, it wins and you double your cash, but you're putting out the rollover thing is the thing that people get their mind lost because I know most people don't have the stones to put down $750,000 on the bet.
It's not on the money line, bro. It's on the run line.
Yeah, that's still going to be minus 130, minus 140 right now, man. These books have adjusted.
Oh yeah, now. Oh yeah. Oh my lord. Right now, just about. Yeah, I mean they can't fucking buy it. They can't buy a win. They're terrible right now. So yeah, I'm there.
Atlanta's 7-0 in their past. It's like just the two teams headed in the complete opposite directions. The Braves are trying to get a stranglehold on the division, which I hate, but that's what I was just saying. The Braves team total, how juiced is that today?
Team total is 6 at minus 118, over 6 at minus 118. I think you kind of have to take it, kind of like the Yankees yesterday. You just have to take it, man. When you're the thing that we didn't expect from the thing that we didn't expect from y'all see that?
He did the math for us. He's good at it.
It's not. It's pretty good. Marte's even higher. So yeah. Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you. People don't understand. Like just plus 280, plus 250. Come on, every day.
All right, let's wrap it up then because I'm going to sit out the baseball slate today. I'm looking it over one last time right now, but what else you got for us? Any Yerfy Nerfies?
I like the Nerfy today in the Giants game, the Giants-Oakland game. I also like Oakland to sweep that series. Shout out to you, Andrew. This is when they start to suck, man. Come on. This guy's got me. He's got dog. They're smacking the ball right now. First inning, no runs for the Giants. Athletics minus 115. I like the same thing. And I like no runs first inning today, also in the Yankee game.
Then do we technically have our biggest favorite of the season today with the Red Sox being minus 320?
The Braves are not the Braves. The Dodgers were minus 350 twice. I know that. So no one's ever going to touch the Dodgers. Like whoever like what's the run line that you say is minus 325 for Boston?
Yeah, that's what the Boston money line's sitting at. Lyle's on the mound for the Rangers are just
minus 335 on FanDuel now. Jesus.
Last time we saw that, the Cubs spanked the Reds.
The game's going to go over though. The game will go over 9.5. That 9.5 at minus 108. That game's going over.
Plus 1.5, plus 145. You can get a plus 2.5. True. I probably should have just thought any Orioles game at this point.
Jesus. Whoa, 370. Yeah, see, if the Dodgers played them, it would look like a La Liga game. it would look like a fucking round
minus 12,000.
Yeah, it would be some shit like that. Jesus, we don't.
I'd be running to those real quick if there's ever a minus 1,000 in baseball.
Imagine the Dodgers playing the O's on a 16-game losing streak. Like, God.
Any thoughts about the Phils today? Do they stack it?
Oh, hell no. They got us paid last night. I'm staying away. No, sir. Thank you kindly. Musgrove pitched better at the crib, too. I'm staying away. So it would be like that, dog. I'm just saying, if they were playing them now, it would be disrespectful. Come on, bro. Like, Jesus Christ, that'd be.
The one thing I wanted to hit on real quickly in the MLB, just because I'm up in the North Jersey transplant area, can't wait to be back in Philly today or tonight. But Voit and Rizzo have a little beef going.
Yeah, man. They'll work it out.
So Voit said last season, I was a top 10 MVP. True or false?
He's absolutely and listen, the thing is, bro, is that like nobody respects the shortened season, and Voit should have a place in that lineup. He's absolutely right that he should have a place in that lineup. The thing is that there's no explanation or there's no explanation for emotional change. Like Rizzo showing up. It shot some, it gave him a level of exuberance. It helped the team morale wise, right? Voit can be upset, but he wasn't performing at an extremely high level at the beginning of the year. And then like I said, it's just like the bubble season in basketball, like they only played 60 games. right? Like JD Martinez, if you go off of a 60-game season, he's the worst fucking hitter ever, right? No, I'm serious. But
Yeah, no, I thought
because it was so short that we're looking at the numbers like those fucking numbers didn't matter. It's literally 1/3 of what you would play in a regular season. So I think Voit needs to shut the fuck up. And the fact is this: he got lucky last year. There were guys that had great seasons because again, it was only 2 months. In baseball, you can have a bad 2 months and then by the end of the season be one of the best hitters in baseball. Put up great numbers. Look at Cody Bellinger. 3 weeks ago, we were talking about him like he's a lost cause.
Yep.
Over the last 3 weeks, he's been one of the top 5 hitters in baseball, hitting home runs, not striking out as much, finding his swing. That's the difference. So that's why when I was seeing that, I was just like, he needs to just shut the fuck up. Because Rizzo showed up and it gave them a different energy. Sometimes you need that in the clubhouse, man. You need that sometimes in any work, in any walk of life. Like someone new helps, bring something different to the table. And yeah, I think that'll mull over. And also, we know the rule: if you win, no one gives a fuck. Just win, and everybody will be friends. That's all.
Yep.
Just winning, and everybody shuts up. So that's my take on that. I guess we'll get to MLS now and finish off the show. Get to our Saturday.
Yes, sir. Back to the soccer talk. Whoever was shitting on it later, you can tune out. Or no, I'm just messing with you. We love everybody here. That was fun earlier. Big slate today. Sosa. We are fading Columbus. 4 straight losses. Could be 5 at this point. Seattle. It's the MLS Cup rematch. You can get the Seattle Sounders money line plus 180. They're technically the dog in this matchup, barely, because the Columbus Crew money line's at plus 160. So you can get the draw no bet or the pick. You can get the Seattle pick basically at a minus 105 or even price. So if you want the push potential on the draw, I'm just going rocking with the money line plus 180. Seattle. Zardes is going to be out with a hamstring injury, it looks as well. So we'll be back to Zella Ryan being the top striker. Seattle's basically got their crew back. They're rolling. I didn't mean to say that. That was funny. Seattle got their crew back when they're playing the crew. But yeah, Seattle, they have their defense back in shape. Rui Diaz is still bagging them up top. We're going to take the plus 180 right there. Sorry.
I'm not to cut you off, but he cashed me the other night blindly.
And that's Rui Diaz?
In that 6-2 game. I'm just like, I swear, I was just going through like the odds. And I'm like, plus 105 to score. I'm like, this motherfucker has to score. And then I took him to score and them to win at like plus 370.
Yeah, 6-2 rivalry match against Portland. Just
$dollars on it, like blindly. I'm like, man, this is crazy for those kind of odds to score.
Yep,
you got to take it. So yeah, sorry to cut you off.
You're all good. I'm pissed that Sosa didn't twist my arm to play our MLS lean last night with the Earthquakes. They ended up winning on the road. We want to take them plus 0.5. Union played today. Sorry, it's like the first time or second time now that I'm not wearing their jersey, but we're rocking with Inter. That's really the biggest game that caught my eye. Don't want to keep rattling too long here. I'll tweet out some more MLS plays later, but just lock into Seattle. That was also a request of Tom Caroselli. Wanted to know because he's going to be going to the match, so he wanted to play. That was my favorite play of the day from MLS, so plus 180. Mm-hmm. My other plays were the Everton Leeds over 2.5. That starts in 7 minutes. The United Southampton over 2.75 tomorrow morning. Sassuolo on the pick. And then the Seattle Sounders on the money line at plus 180.
Let's get it. That's where the money resides for today. You're going to the game today?
No, I'm going to the Grateful Dead concert tonight in Philadelphia.
Where's
the Philly Stadium.
It's at Citizens Bank?
Yeah.
Damn. Have a wonderful time, man.
Yeah, it's not the biggest deadhead, but tomorrow, I never say to fade me, but let's see what current state I'm in tomorrow morning before I tell you what to do there. So if there's ever a day where it's a Sosa day, it might be it, but it'll probably be my second version of I'm just here so I don't get fined episode like the day I was in Chicago contemplating my life.
Hey, man, that day worked out good for us, though. Also, drink coconut water. It's good for you.
Yeah, I need to hydrate the fuck out of me because I'm going to be sweating later. But No one cares about that. Soccer action, baseball action, daily bread. I'll go crazy for you. Until tomorrow, fellas. Have a good
need
one.
videos of this, Rex.